Yes, hello guys, and welcome back to another YouTube educational short. It is good to be back on your screens. Yes, I am in a new office. Check me with the level up. Anyway, back to the matter at hand. So guys, I have come on to talk to you today about the privilege of dieting. Food is not going to disappear. Now, I actually had this conversation with a client a couple of weeks ago, and he spoke to me this morning and said that the conversation that I had with him was something that he wished he had on record so that he could play and listen to every time. So for you, my man, I have given you your wish. So we were talking about the mindset and behavior around food focus, the extensive period of time that you might say diet down and you don't have an off-plan scheduled, or you're restricted to a certain amount of calories or a certain amount of food for, say, like a contest prep or a transformation, anything that is a long period of time with a level of restriction. Now, of course, it's natural to build up cravings. It's natural to build up the wants and desires for these foods that we're not allowed. And I think a lot of that comes from the mindset. As soon as somebody tells you, no, you can't have that, or don't think about this, what are you going to do? Naturally, as a human being, you're going to want it even more, and you're going to non-stop think about it. It's just a human desire. It's neurological, it's brain, it's things we can control if we know how to control it. And the way that I find works for me personally, and also for clients as well, is perception. It's the perspective of the situation we're in. Now, if we think about this long and hard, what are we doing? We are taking away food, or we're controlling our eating habits and restricting things going in. Now, that is a privilege. We have a choice. We are choosing to do that. So for the people that are complaining or moaning or taking it out on those that are close around them, or feeling down and depressed about it, it's a privilege. You have a choice. This is something that you are choosing to do. You woke up and said, I want to be different. I want to compete. I want to diet. I want to do this thing. If I put it into perspective for you, there are people in the world that have no choice. There are people in the world that wake up to poverty, to starvation, and don't have a choice in what they can have, don't have a choice in what they can eat. They eat whatever they can get their hands on, because that's their life. This is your life. This is the life that you choose. And you're choosing to do this for more of a cosmetic look. Yes, okay, there are people who are dieting for health, and there are people who are dieting for life and for fitness, like as in health benefits. But I'm talking at more the competitive side of it, the transformation side of it, the ones that want to do it for the aesthetics. You're complaining about something that you are choosing to do ultimately to boost an ego, maybe to feel better about yourself. And there's nothing wrong with that. I'm not taking shots at anyone that wants to do that. Half of bodybuilding is ego. We want to look good. There is nothing wrong with that. But what is wrong with that is complaining about it and moaning about it and crying about it and getting in your feels about it. Yes, of course, it's fucking hard. I'm not taking that away from anybody. I know it's fucking hard. I do it myself. But when I get hungry, or when I get cravings, or when I get to that point which I call the suck, where you are fucking starving, you just remind yourself, people live like this every day. I am choosing to do this for something that is personal to me. That's it. So do I have a right to moan about it? Do I have a right to complain about it? Probably not. No, I don't think so anyway, because I can turn around tomorrow and say, actually, I'm done. I'm going to go and eat this now, and I'm going to go and enjoy this now. There are people in the world who can't do that. This food isn't going to disappear. This food isn't going to just dry up one day and just all of a sudden be gone. Your 20-week prep, all you're thinking about is food, and all you're focusing about food. And this is one of my biggest bugbears, is that when I'm in prep, people seem to ask the question, what are you most excited about to eat? Or what can't you wait to eat? I'm not thinking about food. And if I'm thinking about food, it's a craving that I'm trying to push away. What I'm actually trying to focus on is the end goal, which is the look, the competition, the showing, the transformation, the trophies, because bodybuilding, that's what it's all about. To me, if somebody is prepping and I see them in their prep, the first thing I'm thinking about is, shit, what show you doing? Shit, what titles are you going for? You aiming for a pro card? Do you want a sword? What is this? I'm not thinking about what food they want to eat. I'm thinking about how fucking shredded they are and how cool it looks. That seems to be the focus that I'm trying to get away from people here, is that You know, when it comes to bodybuilding, or when it comes to competing, or when it comes to body transformation, people are so fixated on food. Now, I'd understand if there was a potential scaremongering of the food becoming a shortage, or McDonald's are nearly sold out and they're never going to be sold again. Maybe I can understand that, maybe. But we are in an abundance of food. Like, we are in abundance of things that are not just going to magically dry up and disappear after this 20 weeks of prep. So my question back to most people who say that they're struggling with diet, obviously I'm never going to go in like full force and like buoy kick him in the head and just be like, you're fucking weak. I'm not going to go David Goggins on them. But what I'm going to say is, what's worth more to you? That end goal and seeing yourself in that position that you dream and fulfilling the destination of what you try to do, that transformation of day one to day, however long it takes, 365, so to speak. You know, what is worth more to you? What's going to be a greater sense of achievement? What's going to give you a greater sense of being? Completing that and then saying, oh, do you know what? I'm going to allow myself to have some of these things that I've craved now because I've achieved what I've done. Or is having that craving in the middle of that and letting yourself down worth more? Like, what's the one that's going to give you the most satisfaction? What's the one that's going to give you the most confidence, the most like positive feelings and positive progression? It's not going to be the fucking Snickers. It's not going to be the thing you're craving, or, you know. Or what about, let's say, for example, people around you, right? There's plenty of people that are hungry through prep. What do? They probably take it out on the people that's around them. Why? They're the ones that are supporting you. They're the ones that are there for you. Like, why is it them that's getting the brunt of it? Of course, you're going to be tired. You're going to be fatigued. I get that. But why are you taking it out on the people that are there next to you? It's you doing this to yourself. You're choosing to do this. So therefore, internalize it, or go fucking shout at yourself in a car. Like, go shout at yourself in a field. Don't take it out on people that are around you. It's a choice to do what we do. It's a privilege to do what we do. We're in a position where we are allowing ourselves to be restricted. We're not restricted. We're not forced to be in that position. If you're in that position, then of course, yes, that's a completely different world. However, bodybuilders or people in a body transformation or physique transformation, you are not in a deprived world. If anything, you are the complete opposite. So you have to look at things from a different perspective. You have to look at things from a different mind, you know. Same as if you've been in this diet for however many weeks and someone says, right, okay, cool, we're going to have a high day, we're going to have a refeed. That's not an opportunity to binge your ass off on as much food as you possibly can. Because what's going to happen is you're just going in through this like indulgent negative cycle of I starve myself and then I force feed. I starve myself and then I force feed. What's positive in either one of those? Like the starvation and cutting and prep, okay, it might be a part of the journey depending on how deep you are, but all you're thinking about within that starvation period is food, 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 food. And then when you get that opportunity to eat food, you're probably shoving it in so fucking quick that you don't actually get a moment to enjoy it. You're just binging on everything. You know, I've known people to mentally write lists through a diet of what they want. And then when they get this list, it's just a 5-year-old let loose in a sweet shop. It's crazy. And then again, this works into a negative side effect of coming away from a show where people are so food focused that they then struggle to get back to a normal life because they're just binging on things like a 5-year-old. You know, if you go through prep and you teach yourself and you work on the mindset behind food of food is fuel. Food is there to provide us the energy to do what we need to do throughout the day. Yes, we want to enjoy it. Yes, it wants to be nice. I'm not talking about shit with sugar on it. But what I am talking about is that eating a healthy balance of protein, carbs, and fats, and then a little bit of enjoyment, a little bit of indulgence. Not, oh my God, I've been dieting for however long, I'm now going to have fucking 10 weeks of just living off Papa John's and McDonald's, because you're just going to feel fat and shit. And you're going to be right back to like stage one again. So breaking it down and coming into a conclusion is just reminding yourself of what you're doing is a privilege and it's your choice, not anybody else's fault. Food is not going to disappear. You're not going to wake up one day and all of a sudden there's just going to be chicken and veg laying around. Like, that's all that's left. You're not deprived. It's not going to disappear. And 3, learn how to control your food habits. Learn to control that food is simply fuel. It provides us the energy that we need to live, move, work, train. Why would you want to fill it with shit? Food for 4, excuse the pun. Anyway, guys, much love, stay blessed, and I will catch you all soon for the next one. As always, any questions, any problems, anything you need on top, just DM me. Much love, stay blessed. I'm out.